What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have Washed Up Caster, aka CrackedyHere, spawning in the southwest of Dry Arabia as our Byzantine Empire, Teal Byzantine Empire. Over here in the northeast, we have our blue Byzantine, Elyo. So I had to double check to see who Washed Up Caster was. It seems like it is CrackedyHere. It has all his links and everything, so I'll just be calling him Crackedy for the most part. Hopefully I remember to be calling him that. We'll see. But it looks like both players are actually going for the same type of build. Both are going to be going for the two cisterns. Oh no, actually we're going for a 2-2 split over here for Crackedy, as where... Wait. Yeah, where's the... Oh, dang. Elyo has a good spawn right here. For his gold and his stone are right next to each other. So he's only going to have to... Well, it doesn't really matter too much. He's still going to go for the... He still went for the second cistern, right? So this would have been a good opener for the single cistern instead of for the double cistern. Either way though, both of them are really good starters or really good openers, and now we are getting the 7-3 split from Elyo. As for Crackedy, he's going, of course, going to be going for the 7-2-2 split. Going to be going for both the stone and the gold simultaneously, and then rally the rest onto food until he hits about 10 on food. 10 or 11 on food, and then start moving over to wood in order to get his second house, since he used up the rest of his wood in order to get the second mining camp. As where with Elyo, for instance, he went for the 5 villager pool on stone in order to get his 2 cisterns, so he still has the wood necessary for the second house since he didn't get the stone or the mining camp on the stone. Okay, really nice grand winery coming out for both players. Wow, that's a really nice grand winery spot. That is a really good grand winery spot. He's gonna have 2 olive groves, or not 2 olive groves, 2 berry patches, full berry patches there for his grand winery. He's not gonna have to move out for a while, and then it's a single wall off right here too. Like, that's immaculate. Let's see, what has Washed Up Caster noticed? When he sees that it's gonna be a grand winery play out of Elyo as well, he's gonna be pretty excited. Like, I know I would be. I'd be pretty freaking stoked, because my greedy grand winery play is not gonna be getting Imperial Hippodrome punished anytime soon. It could still get punished, don't get me wrong. Mercenary Skull with Keshik, and he finally scouts it out. Longbows. Well, let's see, what else? So out of the mercenary house, the main things would be the longbows and the Keshiks. He could still go for horsemen out of a stable if he wants to go that route as well in order to harass it. He will be scouting it right now too. And if I were Elyo seeing this, the first thought that's gonna go through my head is, okay, I need to punish this, but how? And most likely it's gonna be with the Keshik. Like, that's gonna be your best bet, is gonna be with the Keshik, because it's cheaper, it's more mobile, it has higher damage potential. With the longbow, it's easier to get punished, or it's easier to punish. So he's gonna be going for just straight stable instead of the mercenary, which is fine too. Go for the cavalry. Age up comes through for Crackedy as well, and now he's going for a 2 TC play. Really nice position right there too for the TC. Gonna get the entirety of the wood line. Once he walls off on this side, on the north side of his Grand Winery. The only way in is going to be between two TCs, basically. We do need to see that wall off fairly soon. There's a nice little patch right here, or a path in this forest line. Boom. Really good. Not a full wall off quite yet, but 3 villagers will be building at least half of it right now. Crackedy still has 7 villagers on wood. There he goes, and he's gonna attempt to go for a quick wall. Probably. We'll see. I don't think he needs to go for the quick wall. The horseman is still out. Like, it's still a ways out. He did do a little bit of a quick wall though. Just wants to get that down, and then it does mess up the pathing as well. And now a secondary. Yep, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was, well, except for the wall, right? So not exactly, I guess. But this is really good. So like I was mentioning, now the only way in is going to be going through 2 TCs. And you definitely don't want to get shot at by 17 villagers, or 14, no, yeah, 17, because it's 10 and 7. No. Oh no, 15 and 7. Sorry, 22 villagers. I don't know where my brain is. Over here for our blue Byzantine, he is going up to, which contract? He went for longbows, which means he's gonna have Keshik and Strotsky. So he went for the western contract. Mercenary house coming up here for Crackedy as well. 3 horsemen are out, 2 more are in production. So this is going to be a little bit of a drawn out feudal play for Elyo. He does want to try to punish this. There's not going to be any killing of, oh wait, the villagers just get, yep. He's not going to be able to get that scout though, which is fine. Does put quite a bit of damage onto it, brings it down to half health. And Elyo's gonna want to try to punish this as soon as possible, or did want to try to punish this as soon as possible. We still don't have a second cistern either for Crackedy. He is only running off of 1. He still has villagers on stone though, in order to try to get that cistern count up and running. There goes the second one. That's not going to be getting connected anytime soon. That's going to be one heavy connection. And now horsemen aren't really going to be able to do anything except for take a bunch of damage right now. Well, I lied. They're going to be able to get into the back line. They're definitely going to be able to get into, oh, 1 villager has already went down. Second one does go down. Third one as well. 60 gold due to Expellitorius goes over to Elyo. So the upgrade pays for itself and a little extra. We do see more horsemen coming in, a total of 5. Yet again, one of them is severely wounded though. And we do have a full wall right here now for our Byzantine, for our teal Byzantine player, aka Crackedy. And now the palisade gate. Really nice position. That is an amazing position. He's gonna try to burn down. Oh no, what was that about then? Why did it look like his horsemen were gonna try to burn down the gate? Longbows over here on the northern side of the Grand Winery. They aren't gonna be able to do anything at all, even if they did attack the palisade. Ooh, wait, do you have a little? Oh wow, okay, I stand corrected. They did put on a little bit of damage. They found a nice little area right there, and now we're gonna be getting the first ram. Excuse me, Siphon. They're Byzantine, they don't build rams, they build flamethrowers. Eastern contract did come through for Crackedy and is gonna be punishing these longbows. So this is what I said early on. Longbows are good, but they get easily punished. Don't get me wrong, they're the same longbows as the English. It's just completely different when you're playing as the English and making longbows, because you're able to make so many of them so quickly, and the numbers are just a lot bigger, right? It's hitting a lot sooner. You could start having 5 5 longbows out before the 430 mark. The Byzantine longbows, they come out in batches of 5, but they take a minute. So in the long term, it's not, yeah, it doesn't even out. So it makes it a lot easier to punish. 2 Keshiks have just slaughtered so many longbow. We are getting more and more of them coming out. Elyo currently sitting on 8 archers, 8 horsemen, 8 longbow, and then 2 Lamentinite are in queue. The breakthrough does come, the burn down on the gate does come through. And now it's just going to be focusing the cistern or the aqueduct, try to reduce the cistern levels, which it does down to 2. 53 over 70 for Crackedy, 49 villagers to 38. He only has 3 military, 3 of which are the Keshik. This could potentially be devastating since his second TC is on the other side of the wall. There is a second Shiro Siphon coming through as well. And we don't have that much of a military. Ooh, villagers are going to be getting pulled onto the Shiro Siphon while Elyo isn't really paying attention. Quite a bit of damage does get thrown on it. It does turn around to try to burn them to no avail. He still has the safe berries, which is good. That's really good. It just doesn't have that extra, you know, oomph to it like the good old Grand Winery does. Really love the double Grand Winery play from both of the, or the double Grand Winery play, yeah, from both of these players. Keshik are out. They should be able to get a nice jump on this, plus Cataphract. So single Cataphract, 5 Keshik out for CrackedyHere. And that's it though. That's his entire military. That's not very good. Veterancy does come through as well for our TO Byzantine. He's gonna be getting another round of Keshik. We're gonna have to see what the next one is as well. The numbers are gonna be increasing quite quickly for Crackedy. The main issue is how much damage is he gonna take before the numbers fully come through. As of right now, he is sitting on 8 Keshik. Nice little charge does go off onto the horseman from the Kesh. Oh, nice little Cataphract. That's a good trample right there. It did clear off a couple of the horsemen, does get into the back line, into the horseman, or excuse me, into the archer longbow mass. And now the horseman's second Cataphract is out. He does lose, CrackedyHere does lose his second TC. Not too big of an issue right now since he still has such a massive villager lead. And the 1 Cataphract, oh no, that is 2 Cataphracts. I thought one already died. The 2 Cataphracts and the Keshik will be able to clear this up now. There are 2 more Keshiks coming out, but the Shiro Siphon is still out. These horsemen need to move. Oh wait, why are they not taking any damage? That's a little strange. No damage taken from the Shiro Siphon. Is he gonna make another TC? Is he gonna go back up to 2 TC? He has 26 villagers on wood. He is starting to split him up now. And Crackedy is sitting in a very promising position at the moment. 60 villagers. He only lost 6 throughout that entire ordeal. 10 military, 5 Keshik, 3 Cataphracts, 2 horsemen, a set of Ghulams will be popping out shortly. Elyo is on 48 villagers, 18 military, 12 Lamentinite, 5 longbows, and a single archer. So those 12 Lamentinite aren't something to scoff at either. They will be able to tank a lot of damage. They will be able to sustain for quite some time. But once that Golem number does start increasing, they're not really going to be sustaining too much. The Golems are going to be able to do a ton of damage and just clear through them. Like we see right here, a nice little scrimmage. He is going to be getting that Golem number down, and we do have a cancel on the Golden Horn Tower. That's a lot of chunky units for our Teal Byzantine running into Elyo's base right now. How much damage are they going to be able to get done? What kind of trade cost is going to be coming through? The army values are in Elyo's favor, but we're gonna have to see. We just have to wait and see on how much he loses here, how much Crackedy loses on this attack. But it doesn't look like he's gonna be losing too much too fast. Oh, now the Lamentinai are able to come in. He does lose both of the cataphracts. He's already lost five, I believe, of his Keshiks and both of his horsemen. This was not worth it whatsoever. He got 2 villagers from that, and he lost everything. Crackedy's military has just dropped. He lost a massive army value right there. 2 cataphracts. What was it? 6, 7 Keshik, 2 horsemen, and then he also lost 3 golems back at home. That was absolutely massive right there. Elyo does take the lead in military. He's still severely behind, of course, in villager count. Second TC does come back up. Really good decision from Cat. Why do I want to call him Cataphract? Really nice decision coming through from Crackedy. These golems should not be here fighting. They could potentially get picked off as well. There's a lot of low health units here though for Elyo. So maybe that's why he doesn't want to fight. He's gonna potentially lose some military on the run though. It looks like he did switch them. He did toggle the shield wall off though. That's a long... Wait, is there even a point in this anymore? It doesn't look like it. There's 2 deer left and then that's it. Maybe for the stone? What level are you at? Elyo's currently sitting on level 3 cistern, going up to level 4. Crackedy is on level 3 as well. No 4 yet. Did make a monastery, is going to be going for the gold per minute instead of the olive oil. Throwing them inside of the Grand Winery. Or instead of throwing them inside of the Grand Winery, he's going to be throwing them inside of the monastery. Keep in mind that when you do throw relics in the Grand Monastery, instead of giving you gold, it does give you olive oil. So 79, I think it's 79 olive oil per minute. Let's see. Oh, it's just the boar attacking. 20 military, 4 Crackedy, 9 golems, 5 crossbows, 3 Varangian guards, 2 Lamentinai, and he is gonna commit to this attack. I was not expecting that. He does have quite a few armored units though in order to tank the front line, especially with those golems. They can dish out quite a bit of damage. Longbow is just single target sniping off the units there. Really good, but the front line for our Teal Byzantine looks like it's gonna be able to sustain us. I take that back. He had about 4 units that keep dancing around the stone cropping. That pathing was absolutely horrible. Like if those units were there, those Varangian guards and the 2 golems that were just dancing around the stone cropping, that could have actually changed the course of that battle. But instead, Crackedy had 2 to 4 units that weren't doing anything almost the entirety of that fight. That's extra DPS, that's extra damage that could have been dealt, that could have been tanked, that wasn't there. And it all had to do with that terrible pathing. On the other side though, Elyo did a really good job single target killing the crossbows, the Lamentinai, you know, some of the units that he's able to one-shot. He was jumping on that opportunity to get them out of the way. Instead of spreading out that damage like you do see quite a few people do, he did a really good job picking off units. And now, oh, I see what he was trying to do there. Wait, is it actually working? No. Oh yeah, it is working. He is hitting both of them at the same time. Mangonel emplacement. I absolutely love the Mangonel emplacement. This monastery is going down so quickly. That is so fast. And now 3 relics are gone. This is another reason why I love just throwing them inside of the Grand Winery. You're putting them inside of a landmark. 5,000 health compared to, what was it, like 2,000 for the monastery? Yeah. Also, you're playing as the Byzantine. Like, you need your olive oil for the long term, for the long game. And then if you don't need olive oil anymore, because you do get to a point where you're going to start banking way too much olive oil, you could switch them to a monastery. Varangian Guard chasing down a couple longbows. Wait, yeah, those are longbows. For some reason, they looked a little weird to me. Oh, there's a monk here trying to steal them. Okay, so washed up, or excuse me. Oh, he has. Crackedy needs to. He needs to move his other monk over there. Yeah, it's gonna get stolen. Oh, completely blind. I honestly thought this was Elyo's army, but Elyo's army already backed off. Wow. Very well then. I was completely wrong in that situation. He was in no rush. Even then though, he does have another monk right here that isn't doing anything, that could be grabbing the relics and helping in this matter. Decides not to. Lazy monk. Lazy monk. Huge transition coming over here though. Absolutely huge farm transition. Or in this case, olive grove. Let me see. What's his? Okay, that's a decent spread. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. He's going to be getting quite a few farms in that. He'll be able to add in a couple more once the mine goes down. He does need to eat up the sheep that's right here, just to buy a little bit more time. 101 villagers for Crackedy, 62 military, 27 Varangian guards, 16 Ghulams, 12 crossbows, 5 Keshik, 2 Mangonels, Cataphract on the way just to increase that damage potential with trample, and a Lamentinine. Elyo sitting on 71 villagers, 102 army supply, 32 more than washed up or Crackedy, 37 longbows, 20 Lamentinine, 28 Varangian guards, 14 crossbows, 3 Lench Connect, and 2 Springolds. Those 2 Springolds are going to be absolutely massive. Wait, what? Oh, did he cancel? I'm not sure what he canceled right there. Nice initial shots from those Mangonels. Don't see where the other Springald is, and even then, doesn't really matter. First Springald does go down. These Mangonels are going to be completely uncontested now. Berserking comes through for Crackedy's Varangian guards. Nice little stutter step attempting to come through from our blue Byzantine. Trample from the Cataphract does get on top of a huge chunk of those longbows. Mangonels are still pushing forward. The second Springald does come in, finally kills off at least one of the Mangonels, takes his 3rd shot, brings it down to half. Villagers are getting pulled in order to heal it up. Full repair comes down on it, and now the Varangian guards, Golems for our teal Byzantine are just going to be way too overwhelming for Elyo. Elyo is forced to get pushed back, even though he had a way bigger military count as well. He just didn't have the front line in order to deal with it. Also, he did lose his Springald pretty damn quickly for no reason right there, which could have at least got 1 or 2 shots in, but there was no micro whatsoever coming out of Elyo. And now we're getting the full walls. Actually, the full walls were up. I think he's just rebuilding. Yep. And now Washed Up is still taking a massive lead. Crackedy has had some pretty scary situations, I guess you could say. Oh, this isn't going to be a very good shot. That mango shot could have been very devastating, but the Keshiks are coming in from the top side of the screen, clearing out longbows right there. They are pretty damn tanky, especially since there aren't any real the crossbow numbers aren't really there yet. There's a total of 2. And now the backline is going to get completely destroyed by Keshiks and Cataphracts, though the trample did come off, or did get activated from the Cataphracts, and they did get in the middle of all of those longbows. And again, Elyo gets pushed back, quite convincingly as well. There were very few opportunities that he had right there in order to do any kind of crucial damage. That was a fight that he shouldn't have taken. And now Crackedy is up to 118 villagers, takes the military lead at 57, 22 crossbows, Mangonel, 1 Mangonel, 11 Varangian guards, 10 golems, 10 Keshiks, 4 Cataphracts, 2 monks. Elyo on 41 villagers, 55 military, 33 longbows, 8 crossbows, 14 Lamentini, and we have 2 sets of Lench Connect coming out with a single Mangonel. There's a decent spread of villagers throughout, actually not really throughout the map. He is trying to take advantage of his map control right now, spreading out a little bit, but it doesn't really look like he's gone off that far yet. Keshiks in the back are going to try to get some harass done. Total of 8 villagers have been killed for both players. 26 minutes into the game, and Imperial Age is going to be coming through for Crackedy. He is deciding to go with the Palatine School. I love going for the Palatine School when it procs. Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't proc, which means you don't get the benefit from it, which means it's a totally crappy landmark, 100% crappy landmark if you do not get that proc. But when you do, and let me tell you what, when it procs, man, is it a beast of a landmark. That 33% when it happens, like 80% of the time, you go from, let's say you're at 130, right, villagers, so you have 70 military supply, and you just lost a massive battle, and you're just like, okay, I need to restock. I'm just gonna spam the crap out of the Varangian guards. And then boom, you have like 12 Varangians for free. You capped out in like 8 seconds. You constantly just start throwing them, and then you make a wave of Cataphracts, and then you get like 8 Cataphracts for free. And then you're like, okay, it's time to start sieging down. So you make 3 Shiro Siphon, and then you get 3 more Shiro Siphon for free. So now you're up to 6. But then nothing happens for the next 5 minutes of the game because it didn't want to proc. And then you're sad face because you lost the game because you got no procs. Anyways, we're getting a fight right here, right on top of the sacred site. Mangonel shot does hit a couple of the ranged units, a few melee units for our Crackedy here. They did kind of bug out, or their pathing did kind of mess up. Right there on the sacred site, we have a Mangonel in 4, massive mango shot for Elyo onto Crackedy. That's huge. Second one is gonna land as well. That is absolutely massive. And now the tides have turned. Crackedy is gonna be pushing forward for the first time in like 4 attacks. That was a huge mango shot as well for Crackedy onto the ranged units of Elyo. Nice little stutter step, nice little micro coming through from Elyo is gonna be just killing off everything that's coming at him at the moment. For some reason, Crackedy was just sending his units into the meat grinder right there, and he ended up losing a lot of resources for free. The Palatine School is in the front of the base. 41 military to 80. Haven't seen a single proc yet, and it could potentially go down as well. 47 military. There's 23 Cataphracts. Oh, I must have missed the procs earlier then. But these Cataphracts do need to get into the back line. There aren't that many Lamentini right here. We're just gonna see a huge amount of tramples going through and complete destruction. Lamentini and Cataphracts hand in hand, destroying their enemy civil rebellion. Everything goes down. GG gets called. Elyo gives up. Or Elyo surrenders. Crackedy takes the win. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.